Hello, good evening, and welcome to Fancy Football. This is the first episode of the best of the rest on Fancy Football this evening, and I am with Tiemba Banks. Tiemba, good evening, and how are you?
Good evening, fancy football, or should I say more fuse? Anyone?
Anyone?
I'm fine, man.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Good to be here, man. I'm happy to be here. At least, well, will I say it an honor whereby the first episode on Best of the Rest, I get to be the chosen one. You know. Well,
You are. You
I'm
are.
happy. I'm happy to be here. And guys, please, if you are watching, please smash the like button and also please do subscribe to the channel, man, because
Yeah.
and do not forget the notification bell is very important. And if you don't know where the like button is, it's like this
Yeah.
down on your
Just go
screen.
down there. It's
Smash
down
it,
there like
click
this.
it.
Yeah.
It helps with the algorithm. So whenever content comes up from Fancy Football, you get notified. So please, big up to everybody, man. Big up to Fanzy as
Yeah.
well.
Big ups to you. Big
Thanks
ups to
for having me.
you, Tia Banks. And go to Tia Banks' channel as well. The Football Fan Zone. And subscribe and like the channel. So as we continue to unpack what we have today, I think the best of the rest is all about European football. We'll look at the rest of European football, including the Premier League as well. We know we've been talking about, but including the Premier League as well. And we will start from the Premier League this evening, where Arsenal will travel to their local London rivals, Tottenham. That is the biggest match in the Premier League this weekend. Tia Banks, how do you see that match shaping up?
Well, it's a very big game, man. Just that yet again we have some injuries. You know, Arsenal are lacking quality in the likes of Matteo Odegaard. Declan Rice also out for a red card. Calafiori is out as well, and we all know Mikel Merino came in, got injured instantly. So for me, that match, uh, it changes this perspective of things right now, because when you look at the player Spurs are actually missing. They're only missing few players like I think it's Basuma. But I still believe I still believe Arsenal are still going to win it some way. But I will not be surprised if Tottenham can get this one like 2-1 win for Tottenham. You know, that's has been my prediction so far. I think Tottenham might just win it. Just that it's a bit kind of sad whereby the likes of Matteo Odegaard is out, and this is why I've been complaining about international football. It's just too much, man. It's
we
crazy.
can't do we
It's too
can't
much,
do
man.
it. We can't do it without international football, my brother. We have to.
Yeah, I know, baby.
We can't do
It's
without
too
it.
much now, Morpheus. It's too much
Yeah, I
because
know, but
right now you get players are not even injured for the club that are paying them. They get injured while doing activity, the national team activity. That's the thing. But yet again, um, he has to adapt because last season, Ten Hag was also having crisis, and people were talking about it. He should adapt. He should be able to use what he has. So we can also keep that same energy. Arteta should adapt and you know do something in that match.
okay, I think I should adapt and do something in that match. When you look at the match between these two sides, it's never, especially at the Tottenham Stadium, it has
Mhm.
never failed to produce goals upon goals upon goals.
Yeah,
Um, on if you look at I don't know if you've watched my prediction show with
um,
Mark.
Mark. Yeah.
Mark predicted a 3-3 draw in that match. So what's your prediction for the game?
But one thing, like you said, there's always goals, man. There's always goals. I think, like I said, I think I'll go with Spurs to win 2-1. I believe that there's going to be goal. Arsenal going to score goal, but I just believe, even though, look, let me just put it here. I believe, I believe Tottenham will win. Let's just say, um, 3-2. 3-2. I'll go
Or
with
you
3-2.
or you believe Tottenham will win 3-2?
Yeah, 3-2.
3-2 in favor
These are
of
my
Tottenham.
scoreline. Mhm.
Yeah, because you're looking at the weakness of the Arsenal team without their talisman. But they
Yeah.
still have Thomas Partey in that midfield. They have
Yeah,
Trossard to come in.
that's true.
They still
That's
have
true. They
Trossard to
are
come in
sad.
for Odegaard. They still have Trossard to come in for Odegaard. Then with regards to Calafiori, I think he has not already stamped his feet on that team. So somebody else have to come in. I'll
Yeah,
be
true, true.
playing that place. If
The
I
reason
look
why,
at the Arsenal,
like when you look at,
well,
like you mentioned Trossard,
yeah,
but if we're going to be honest, being realistic, Trossard have never played as a 10. He can
yeah,
play as a striker, he can play as a winger.
but he
But
has to play as a 10 now.
I do believe he can do a job there as a 10. But I think and this is one thing I always say sometimes again, you need squad depth as well. You need squad depth. Because I don't understand. I have Arteta, Fabio Vieira, whereby we have not even seen enough of. I've not seen him, but he looked really good in their preseason.
And you let him leave.
Then you let him go on loan to Porto. Like, what is this guy doing? Even with the fact that you have Vieira in your team, you guys are not still even strong enough to compete. Then somebody like Fabio Vieira, by now, as Odegaard is out, Fabio Vieira will just automatically showcase what he can offer.
Slot into that position.
Is out at Porto. Then the only player now that can play in that position for Arsenal is what's his name? Waneri. Waneri. And I believe Kai Havertz can also play that position. But yet again, it has been a while as because I know when he was at Bayer Leverkusen,
Yeah,
it was a camp, it was a 10.
yeah, it was a 10.
So I don't know if Ateta will play him there or is going to play him as a striker. They probably put Waneri or Trossard, like you said. But if I was Ateta right now, I'll play him as a 10. Trossard, I'll replace Trossard uh, with Kai Havertz. Then Martinelli will play from the left wing flank. But yet again, sometimes as a manager, you also need to just take risk. If you want to take risk, put Kai Havertz there, or take risk and put Waneri there. And you can also take risk and put Trossard. Because one thing about Trossard is a very, very good player. And I think I see him more as a versatile player. Yes, I've not seen him play as a 10, but I believe he's a kind of like utility player that can be able to do a job right there from that position. But it's going to be a big
Okay,
loss to Arsenal, though.
okay. I look at the table very well. Like Arsenal are lying fourth with 2 wins out of the 3 games.
Mhm.
I also look at okay, big ups to you, Nick. Nick, big ups to you. Welcome to the show as well. As we continue, just send in your questions for the weekend, and let's see. We are talking about the Premier League now. I look at Spurs. Spurs, just 1 win and one loss and one draw in their last in their last
Games.
3 games as well. So since we're in match day 4, we're talking about match
Mhm.
day 4 now. So Spurs have to win, and we all expect them to win. We all expect them to go in for that match because maybe they smell blood. I think they
Mhm.
smell blood because they feel there's a weakness in this Arsenal team, and hopefully they can. Uh, with respect
Take
to
advantage
team
of it.
news, yeah, they can take advantage of it. With respect to team news for Spurs, I think they are fully fit apart from Mbosuma. They are fully
And
fit. They have
what about Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka was
Solanke
also out.
has a Solanke has a niggle. Sorry, hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Solanke has a niggle. Let's see. Okay, Solanke has a niggle. Okay, I think he has a niggle. He has a niggle. So I think he's out as well. But they can still do without him because I think
Yeah, true, true,
the
true, true.
fulcrum of the team is still there with Sun Min leading the lines, and you have the likes of Kulusevski. Is Kulusevski back? Okay, Kulusevski and Bentancur all there in the team. So I think it's a very strong Arsenal team, and let's see how it will go on. The 3-2 prediction for you
Yeah.
will do. Okay. I think my problem with the sports team is the manager. I think I said so in the last show we had in your show, and I said
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he's just dimensional manager, one dimensional
Mhm.
manager, and that is a problem for sports. He's a good
True, true,
manager, but he
true.
doesn't know how to adopt in games
Yeah.
and how when the games change. If I am playing against him, I will love him because I'll put him in a situation whereby I'll put him in a situation whereby he will look for ideas he doesn't have, and that is what he is all about. He always knows one way to do, and that's a big problem for sports. I also think that will get him sacked going forward.
That's what I don't know, man. Because I was saying to somebody earlier, I said The person was asking me, "Do you think the possibility whereby they will sack this guy?" So what I said is, I don't, I would not say it's not possible, but the honest truth is I think they brought this guy in for a kind of project. But yet again, sometimes you don't bring somebody in for project and you don't back him up.
Yeah.
Sometimes because the situation by, if you don't back him, just like what I was saying to you earlier, I said if Sergeant Ratcliffe and Ineos do not back Tenag, then it means they've set him up to fail.
Yeah,
You
but they've been
know,
backing him.
because
They've been backing.
yeah, yeah, I did it, but
They've
they
been
backed
backing
him.
him.
They
Yeah.
backed him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They backed him with signings and everything because it's not just about backing. We are behind you. It's about bringing in the structure, bringing in the
Yeah.
players to
Yeah.
showcase that yes, we are 100% behind you. But if it did not, it goes wrong right now. Though, okay, no, it's not the structure and everything. But the question is this: will Tottenham be willing to back this guy with the kind of things
But
he
they've been
needs?
backing him with
Yeah, they
Solanke.
will back him as well.
With Solanke,
Yeah,
they signed. They paid
65. He's 65.
60 quid, 65 quid,
Mhm.
65 million quid
Yeah,
for
for
Solanke.
Solanke.
That's £5 million. So and I think they've been backing him. He has gotten the backing. Maybe
Mhm.
not enough as we all know how
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah, yeah.
Levy. We all know how Daniel
Yeah,
Levy
we
operates.
we all know, we all know
Yeah.
that how he operates, man.
So
Because
maybe not enough. Maybe not enough in terms of the way Daniel Levy has backed him. But uh, I think going to this season, he has demanded for the player that has been given to him. Maybe not enough because we know how the transfer is this season.
yeah, yeah. Just some market, I don't just know what happened this season, man. Everybody just
It is
being
football.
cautious, man. Oh,
Is FFP. Is
cautious.
PSLR.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ish.
Okay, let's look at other matches. Let's look at other matches in the Premier League, and we'll come back to. I think that's the biggest match of the weekend. Let's look at other matches in the Premier League and let's see. So United will be at an early kickoff against Southampton
Yeah.
at St Mary's. Liverpool will play. Hold on first.
Nottingham Forest.
Liverpool will play Nottingham Forest. Man City, Brentford, Fulham, West Ham, another London derby as well on Saturday. Crystal
Mhm.
Palace, Leicester City, Brighton, Ipswich Town. Just quickly run into this game. Brighton, Ipswich Town. Then Bournemouth, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Everton, they had a disappointing week last time out. I think we just talk a
Yeah.
little bit about them.
Mhm.
Wolverhampton the weekend we finished with Wolverhampton Newcastle. Um, what happened? What is going on at Everton? The owner is nowhere to be found. A club that is building a new stadium, a club that wants to. A lot of things is happening in that club, but on the pitch, if you can see them on the pitch, now you are running 3 seasons fighting relegation.
Mhm.
The owner have tried to sell the club, but nobody seems forthcoming. The fans are disgruntled. A lot of issues left, right, center for the Evertonians. Where do the club go next? Because nothing is happening to them on and off the pitch.
Like honestly, man, sometimes when things are like this, man, like you ask yourself, what is really happening in that team? What is really happening? Why is the owner wanting to sell the club? What is really happening behind the scene? And yet again, you could say whatever is happening behind the scene is actually affecting them on the pitch.
Yeah,
Because I don't know how you explain from going 2-0 up to losing the game in the space of 7 minutes. Because Bournemouth started scoring their goals, I think, 86
84,
minutes.
86,
You're 84.
86. Yeah,
I think we're
yeah,
86.
84.
And then
Between those two times. Yeah.
losing the match 3-2. So, yet again, right now, there are still some situations where they've been talked that they might still have point deductions, which means somehow, somewhere, they have still breached either the FFP or the PSR
Yeah.
rules. So I think the guy who owns the team is trying to get the team off or trying to get some shares. Before Gerald Brightweight, people were thinking, or should I say, they actually believed that they were in a position whereby they did not have to or need to sell Gerald Brightweight. But the people that was actually, was it the 7-7, whatever they call them, came in, decided to pull out of the deal. And that again messed things up for Everton.
Yeah.
And if Everton, you know very well that you actually messed up with a rule or couple of quid, why don't you just let Jared Brightwood go? Balance the book.
But they
Because
sold
right now, Jared
they
Bright,
sold Onana for 50 million. Is
yeah,
that
it
not
was not
enough?
enough now. Yeah, it was not enough because when they sold that guy for 50 million pounds, they still needed the takeover to happen for them to be safe. So when those guys pulled out of the deal, then it puts them back in the situation they were before. And now we already know Man U already moved ahead already to go and get Lenny Euro, not coming back. At the
Yeah.
time where it seems as if they were coming back, they spoke about Gerald Brightwood again. The next thing, Matthias Delcam as well.
United use him as a bait. United use him as a bait
It's
to get
crazy, man. Like,
deletes and other things. Yeah.
I'm sure that
Okay.
he will sit there and I'll be like, man, what are these guys doing? Why are you using him to do?
He's using him as a
It's
bait.
crazy.
Okay. I look at the fixtures. Everton, Aston Villa, Everton. That should go Aston Villa's way because of the way they are playing. Though they lost against Arsenal in match day two.
Yeah, yeah.
Crystal Palace, Leicester City. I think if you look at that match, I don't know what you think about that. So you should go the way of where who has the day.
Yeah, Crystal Palace and Leicester. I actually went with Crystal Palace to win 2-1. I
Okay,
believe I'm
Crystal
seeing
Palace
a
to win
Vardy
two
goal.
one.
Yeah, Crystal
Okay.
Palace to win 2-1.
Man City with their 115 charges will start on Monday. The hearing will
On
start on
Monday, yeah,
Monday. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, in the last in the show in your show that we had, I brought up something and people were against me that how am I sure that City blah blah blah. Then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you know
I've
my
seen document as well. I've seen
no
document as well. I saw
you
the
know my
document.
stand like you know my stand on City there, because if City were really not guilty, if they actually provide, and the problem is that the issue is not that the 115 charges are really big charges like that. Are you getting me now? They are, I think it's being break down into different charges, because there are several times the Premier League have asked them for this document and they refuse to provide them. They ask them for different documents. So those documents being asked have led to 105 charges, 115 charges. Different
Mhm.
documents the Premier League have asked them for. Each documents that the Premier League have asked them, that has led to a lot of charges on them. Now,
But
Pep Guardiola have come out to say, sorry, Pep Guardiola now have come out to say, you're always as guilty as charged. I agree.
yeah,
All of us
yeah, yeah,
agree.
yeah.
But the question I want to ask Pep Guardiola, why is the club not providing those documents? Because every club has those
Provide
documents with them.
provide the document. That's what provide the document. Because one thing is this, like, this is not rocket science. There's no
Yeah,
way Man City will not like break the record. Are not guilty. They are guilty because, guys, we knew what Manchester City were doing. The players they were signing, some of the players were paid tax free. Tax free. The likes of Emmanuel Adebayo, the likes of
yeah,
Bellamy, the likes of
yeah.
Nasri, the likes of
Robinho
Nasri, the likes of
and
Rubio.
Nasser, yeah,
And I think Rubio's deal was one of those charges. I saw the document.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they know very well that they've been somehow, they are guilty, which is why they first of all made an attempt to sue the Premier League.
The Premier League.
And that was a very, very stupid rules, because you don't go
Yeah, that
like,
was a very
they are the
stupid
governing
idea.
body of the country. They are the governing body of the country.
Body of football,
Now,
yeah. That was a stupid
but
idea.
but but, but another thing is this, man. I've also been saying it that I don't see that these guys will get fan guilty because, one, they've been making some stupid signings whereby I don't know what they are doing. For me, I think they are trying to balance their books at first, because sometimes you look at the players they've signed, the players they've sold, and you know, like, there's no way Man City should be letting this player go, or the way they be signing this player. And yet again, there is an article that said the owner of Manchester City actually gave 10 billion pounds to the government of England. I don't know what they wanted, but they gave the sponsor whatever it is. Though people have been coming out and telling you that no, if take Man City out, the league will be boring. Guys, there's nothing like that.
There's
There's
nothing like
nothing like
that. The
that.
league has been without them. How many years have they
Yeah,
spent
yeah,
in the top
without them.
flight? 30 years plus of the league.
Yeah.
How many years
Another thing
have they
you want to
spent?
ask again.
Yeah.
Another thing you want to ask Pep again is this: why is he looking to run away? Because
Yeah.
if you are sure that these people like you said,
are
they've
clean.
assured you that they did not break any rule. Why are you looking to run away?
Away.
Because
So
you
I,
automatically know that it ruins your reputations. But because it means that all this thing you guys won, you won it because you were just doing malpractices and corruption and everything.
yeah.
So why are you running away? Wait, because you said you will stay. Stay. Let's wait. Because for me, this thing is taking too long. I'm just happy right now. It's here already on Monday.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
happy
taking
because
too long. It's taking too long. I think it will take like
it just it said
6 months. 6 months. It will take us 6 months to have a an answer, a judgment after the whole hearing. Hearing will start on Monday. Then every other thing will do. So it will take us 6 months to have that.
please,
Then
they should do fast,
and I
man.
say, and you know, we might not get the final this until the end of this season. Timber, I'm telling
It's
you.
possible. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
possible.
we
It's
might not get
possible.
a penalty.
But
And for me, this will
Mhm.
make or break the Premier League. If the Premier League loses, then it will be a shame on the Premier League. If the Premier League
Mhm.
wins at the end of the day, then
Mm.
we'll find out. I don't think City will be expunged from the league. They will not be expunged. They will not be relegated, just like the way the Italian Serie A do their own.
But it
But I
doesn't
think
make
it
any
will
sense.
be. But I think it will be there will be it will tarnish the image of the club and tarnish the image of the Premier League going forward as well on two
No,
sides. That
they,
under your
they, they,
nose,
they, they need to send them to
yes,
like
under your
wait.
nose, something like this is happening in the Premier League. Then also it will tarnish the image of Pep Guardiola because he has come out to defend the club instead of him to keep quiet and
Mm,
move on.
mm, mm.
He has come out and been defending the club. He said that they did not do it. But that aside, unless except you are guilty as charged,
Mhm.
that is when
Yeah,
we know that you are
that's what he
guilty.
said now. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's why I like the way Syria do their things.
Yeah, you will go down.
They- Everything
You will
fast.
go down,
Great.
and the
Juventus,
titles
not
will be
once.
taken
I think
away
it was
from you.
twice. Send you straight.
Juventus, not
Syria
once,
C,
twice.
Syria
I think the
D.
second one
Straight.
didn't take them down. The second one didn't take them down because it was just
No,
for
the
the
second
finishing
no,
of
I know
document.
it was the third
Or
one
the
that didn't
first
take
one,
them down.
that
The third one didn't take
okay,
them down. It
they
was
take them
who took
down.
them down.
Take them
Then
down.
one the
Yeah.
last one not take them down. They just the other point and put it back. So that's the thing. But
Okay.
ownership can't get it because corruption is
That's
involved as
that.
well.
Okay, send us your questions, please, for this evening. This is the best of the rest. Where we're talking about European football and everything European football. So we'll move from the Premier League to the Spanish La Liga, and nowhere than Barcelona are ready for Girona. They want their pound of flesh. What's your take about the match between Barcelona and Girona? Girona will be at home. Last season, we know what happened at the
Home and away.
general ground, home and away. Girona beat them and took away their position, which is maybe first or second, and took away
Yeah,
that second position from them.
I do agree. But one thing is this, man. I need to understand that Girona are not the same Girona. They've
Yeah,
lost a player like Savio to Man City.
yeah,
They've lost
the
Dovbik
top striker.
to AS Roma.
Yeah,
So, and these are people that really played a part in that team that defeated. I think the only top side that beat them was Real Madrid.
yeah,
Real
yeah.
Madrid won them two
Who
man
are the
away.
eventual champions of the?
Yeah, everybody else they smash everybody one man away. So when you look at that team right now and look at the way Hansi Flick has been, going at the moment, man, that guy, I don't know what he has does came to Barcelona and done do actually implement.
Maybe it's a manager. Maybe it might be a manager bounce because since
Yeah,
Javi left,
and yet
or
again,
a seasonal
it,
bounce.
it tells you and shows you sometimes the manager also kind of have the experience because Xavi, yes, might have come in and win the La Liga, but we saw
Yeah,
what he did last season. We saw the same thing that is happening currently with Hansi Flick. Most of the players even some the quality of the players Xavi had, Hansi Flick did not have them. Xavi had lots of Joao Felix,
yeah.
Rafinha, Cancelo, and these are
Godogan.
players that
He
not
even had
even
Godogan with
Godogan,
him. Yeah,
Godogan, and these are players that are not even present right now. But yeah, this man have come in straight three in his first three games. He has won the whole three. So I think it's going to be a tough game, though. I think it's going to be a tough game. But I see Barcelona
Barcelona
winning
edging
this
it.
one. I see Barcelona winning it.
So Barcelona will never forget what happened to them last season. Last season against Girona, be the
Yeah, no,
just a the baby of the league. I would say they are
Mhm.
calling the baby of the league because they were just relatively young, the young team,
And they came up from
a
relegation.
very young team, and they came up
Don't forget
and they surprised
relegation.
everybody. They beat
Yeah.
Barcelona home and away. The only team that beat them was Real Madrid. Beat
Mhm.
Manchester. I mean, not Manchester. Sorry, beat Atletico Madrid. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Home and away as well. So I think they've been they were phenomenal last season in terms of what they provided to the league, in terms of what they gave to the league. They were phenomenal. They were very very short. If you look at what they've really done last season,
Yeah.
I think only few clubs in the world can come up and cement their place in the league just like that. That's how I
Yeah.
see it.
Mhm. What we saw in 2016 with
Mm.
Leicester is what we saw with Girona, just that they didn't win the league, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So that's the thing.
yeah.
But they
That's it.
actually performed well, man. They performed
Yeah.
really, really well. Surprised everybody.
So Barcelona, they still have their 100% record intact. They still have that intact. 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
They'll be going to match day 5. Then Girona, 1 draw, 1 loss in match day 1 and match day 2, and then they've won their last 2 games. So I think they are lying pretty well with 7 points. Barcelona 12 points. Then also, I think if you look at other matches in the La Liga, Madrid will also travel to the society to
Right.
Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
That's a very tough match
Yeah.
for Real Madrid. A very very tough
Yeah, man.
match, and they've been struggling. 8 points in their
Very-
last
Man.
in their last. But
Twelve
I just
games.
say you are a fan of Real Madrid. I just say I want to tell you this.
Mhm.
I want to tell you this. I know you've been worried about the team. I know you've been worried about the way Real Madrid have been playing without they've not
Mhm.
lost any match, yes, but they've been
Yeah.
finding very difficult to
To,
break
to
down
to score
teams.
goals, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
to break down teams and score goals. Now you have the trio of Rodrigo, Mbappe,
And
and
Vinny Junior.
Vinny Jr. up front. 3 really good, excellent players that anybody would love to have in his team up front. That is one.
Mhm.
Now there's a change in that midfield, and that's where I think the problem is. Because Tony Cruz has left the team, you have to bring Valverde back. And Valverde is a player. Look at how old is he? 25 years old, but it's a player that
Mhm.
has stayed
Finally.
in the Real. There is a player that has been in that Real Madrid side for a long time that should understand how it is being done. Yes, he might not really be a very good passer of the ball like Tony Cruz, but it's a player that he's always everywhere, making the tackles, getting the ball, giving that ball to the right players. I
True.
just believe that there's no disconnect between the Real Madrid, the midfield and the attackers. There's also no disconnect between the defenders and the midfield because
Mhm.
those 3 faces are there. You have to look at those 3 faces. What I think is the problem is that you have a new guy that came to the team. Are you getting me now?
Yeah.
Everybody in that team have to look at this new guy and say, this is a new guy, a top player, a World Cup winner. He
Mhm.
has done it. He has done it in where he's coming from. And nonetheless, Tiawa Banks, is that you have to look at how will I put it? You have to look at him and say, bringing it him. There's a change in structure of what is happening on the pitch compared to last season when you have Jude in the team.
Yeah.
You have Jude in that team, and Jude was the first 9 that was coming in behind, and that's why he was able to score a lot of goals last season.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Now the team were adopted to that condition of having Jude now you have a number 9, a forward player. I won't call him a number 9, but a forward player that can get you a lot of goals. It's a forward player that can get you goals. We saw the goal he got last week. The 2 goals he got, one from a penalty spot and the other one a pitcher.
Yeah. From
Are you
Valverde
not?
pass.
I know you are not patient, but I expect that as a Real Madrid fan, you should be patient and see how this whole relationship between him and the top 3 and the other 2 players at the front to develop, and him and the midfield develop. He will not stay in the box. Let me
Mhm.
tell you guys something. Kylian Mbappe will never stay in the box.
No. No way. No way. Now, one thing is this, man. The way we were playing last season, we played 4-1-2-1. 2
Yeah.
formation. Now Bellingham was a like the would you say is a 10? You could say is a um
It's just a
8. You can
false.
say is
It's
a
a false
false
nine.
9
Yes,
as
because
well.
yeah, yeah,
So now and that allowed him score goals, scored a lot of goals. Now with the inclusion of Mbappe coming to that team right now,
yeah.
now it is 4-3-3 formation right now. But the
Mm.
problem right now, people don't really understand that formation change now. It's very very massive. Yet again, like you said, I'm not patient, but sometimes you just that I want to win. Like I want them to win because the more I keep dropping points, the more Barcelona are running away with it.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes, and with what Ancelotti has been doing, I would not say this one is the right wing, left wing, and the striker.
Yeah.
They interchange. They those guys. They 1 minute you are seeing Mbappe in the left. Sometimes you see Rodrigo there. The same thing they did last season. But what I think the problem lies right now is a player like Tony Kroos. It just going to show you that Tony Kroos was actually very very vital in that midfield. Because
Very,
sometimes
very
when I look at the
vital.
midfield,
Very, very
I'll be like,
instrumental
man,
in the midfield.
yeah, I'll be like, man, I
You
miss
miss
Tony
Tony.
Kroos. But right now, now I am only saying I miss him. Not that when I watch them play, sometimes I don't even get to see him. I don't know that he was actually doing something off the pitch, off the ball. But I know that is present in the midfield now. You can tell Tony Kroos is not there. You can like easily tell. And like what I said, I use as an example. I was telling Mark, though Mark does not like this, I call them as a mount. I told him, I said, Mark, you might not like the player, but I have watched him. I've watched United play. Whenever this guy comes off the pitch, you guys are easy to play with. But when you watch Messi Mount on the chat, you will get people talking about Messi Mount. He's not doing anything. They were going in on him. Immediately they'll take Messi Mount out. The midfield becomes open. Then you come and
Yeah.
be like, okay, he was actually doing a job. So there are players like that, but you don't get to see them on the pitch. But
Mm.
when they are not there, then you get to understand that this player was actually very significant. And me, initially, I will come and tell you, no, it's Federico Valverde, it's Modric. But now I got to know that no, Tony Kroos was actually doing a lot in that midfield.
He
But
was the
I
main man.
believe,
He was the main man.
yeah, it was me, man. But I believe
Yeah.
Don Carlo, it will make it work, man. I'm ready to be patient as long I get the result, man. But that tomorrow game to be very, very difficult because Russia said that side they are also a good side, man. And they've got some players that can punish you. Like this guy from Nigeria, Sadiq. They've got
So look,
Sadiq, they've
Umar,
got
they have Oyotaba Zubimendi
Kubo,
in that team.
they've got
Taki
Kubo as
Kubo in
well.
that team. So
So those
I
teams,
think
if you sleep on them, they'll shock you. So
yeah.
for me, it's going to be a tough game. You're going to do a tough game. But I just because I'm in Madrid fan, I'll tell you that okay, yes, I'll win the game 3-1. I'll win the game 3-1. I'm expecting to us they should be able to do something for me 3-1. Because another thing you need to understand again, on my views,
Yeah.
Mbappe have not really like been sharp. It's not only for Madrid. When he went for France, it was not really that Mbappe like from World Cup and then. So maybe this saga is going through with PSG probably might be
No, I think
playing
the saga is that saga
as
should
well.
be all that saga with well, I think the court have ordered PSG to pay 50 million euros to him. So I think that saga should be almost done. And PSG has to pay that money. I don't think
How do you
anybody
pay
was
it?
yeah, they
50
have to
million
pay that
euros.
money.
A lot of
50
money,
million
man.
euros is big
A lot
money.
of money. Yeah,
Yeah.
big money.
What he was looking for was
So
100 million euros, but he has gotten 50 million euros. And PSG has to pay that, they have to cough out that money. And I said so before. I said so. People are saying
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
to
yeah,
breach
yeah.
your
You see,
contract.
you
It was
did
believed
you
that
did
he
say
won't
say
get
it on
anything. I said, no,
one of my
that's not
shows.
it. That's not it.
You
Okay.
did say it.
In the La Liga, Celta Vigo, we go to Valladolid, Espanyol Alves versus Alves, Seville, Getafe, Real Betis, Leganes, and currently now that Real Betis match is on now and it's still nil. Real Betis, we'll be bringing you update on that, guys, on that match. Then Mallorca, Villarreal. Then we talked about Girona and Las Palmas, Atletico Club, Atletico Bilbao. Then Atletico Madrid, Valencia, tough match for the weekend.
Mhm.
Then Real Vallecano versus Osasuna. So this is for match day 5, in the Spanish
La Liga.
La Liga, match
La
day
Liga.
5. So this is match day 5. So this is what the La Liga will give us this weekend, and hopefully we'll enjoy every bit of what it is. Let's take a short break, Tia Banks, and let's come back. We'll come back in instant time. Welcome back to Fancy Football, and this is the best of the rest. We are still talking about European football, and that is why we call this show the best of the rest, because Europe is where the best football is being played, whether we like it or not. And I'm still here with Tia Banks. Tia Banks,
Big up to everybody on the chat, man. Please do smash the like button. If you are watching live, please smash the like button. If you are going to watch it later, please also do not forget to like and comment. Let us know your what do you think on the comment section, guys. Please.
yeah. Also answer the poll, please. Answer. Okay, just go to the polls and you see if you have not liked this video today. So just to help us to like the
Please
video.
go and like. Please go and like. If you haven't liked,
Very,
please.
very important. So let's move on,
Very
Tier Banks. Let's go to Italy, Tier Banks. Let's take our private jet to Italy now, where the Cancanacho, the kings of Cancanacho, the kings of defensive footballer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kings of the area. They are still, whether we like it or not, they are still that kings. And if you look at the table in Italy, no big game this weekend in Italy. But if you look at the table in Italy, you have Inter Milan with 7 points. Juventus under Thiago Motta are really proving their worth. Though they had a difficult match last time out against Roma. But if you look at them, they are 7 point to Torino 7 point, Udinese 7 point. Then Verona, Hellas Verona 6 points, Napoli 6 points. Napoli under Conte also too. I think they've been doing well as well. Though they lost their first match, it was embarrassing. But I think they've woke up from their slump. So this is a result of match day 3. Now we are going to match day 4. And if you look at Empoli Juventus, a very difficult match for Juventus, traveling to Empoli. But you expect Juventus to get something out of that. Then we'll also look at Milan, Venezia, that's Venice. Then Genoa, Roma, Atlanta, Fiorentina, which I think is one of the biggest ones. Though I think Atlanta will want to put aside what happened to them last week when they were crushed and hammered by Inter Milan, the defending champions Inter Milan. Torino, Elche, Cagliari, Napoli. Then Monza, Inter Milan. You expect Inter Milan to go to Monza and win, except if something else happen. Then Parma, Udinese, Lazio, Verona. So, when we look at this matchup, first of all, let's talk about Thiago Motta first of all in this area. What a job he has done so far in these last 3 games. You see, when he came into the league, when he came into that team, he stamped his authority by saying, "These 8 players are not part of my project." Which manager in the world? How many managers in the world would do that? A young manager for that matter.
Yeah, well, one thing is this, man. There are managers out there that are willing to take risks on their own reputation as well.
Yeah.
Leaving Bologna to go take a job like Juventus.
It's a massive risk,
They are a massive risk, and they are a big club. And yet you go there and you mention 8 players. And you don't just mention 8 players, you mention 8 players that are kind of like a strong core and like icon in the team. Like Shinesh have been there for how long? Kiesa have been there for how long? Is he this Colombian guy? He played for, I've forgotten his name.
Cuadrado.
Yeah. Who has been there for how long? He mentioned 8 players, and I don't want them. And sometimes it always goes as well as a team or as a manager.
Yeah.
Make your decision known. Come outside, say it.
Just like the way
Enzo Maresca said. He came and said, "I'm going to be working with these 23 players. Whatever you're going to do with the rest, I don't know. This is the players I'm going to be working with."
Yeah.
And Thiago Motta said the same thing. You know, if probably is in the media, in the probably in the English media, they would have gone
Yeah.
after him. But he came in and stabbed his authority. And what he said is he said it and they backed him up. And this guy have worked with the player he wants, and he has gotten the result so far. Yeah, he's doing a tremendous job. Juventus are not just winning games; they are playing
Playing
quality
good
football.
football,
They are
quality
playing
football.
quality
For a long
football.
time, they've not. Yeah, for a long, long
They are
time.
playing quality football. That's the thing. So it's a good one. It's a good one for him. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. So
Okay.
I will not
Yeah.
be surprised if he goes head to head with Inter Milan or similar for the league as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. I look.
because
I look at I look at Juventus and I say, okay, good job. At the beginning of the season, match day one, we saw Napoli being they were hammered. They were really hammered by was it Florentina or was it okay was Lazio? They were hammered by Lazio up to the extent the manager Antonio Conte was apologizing for the performances of his players. But he has bounced back so far so good with
mhm.
two wins out of three. He has bounced back and he's having a one. Yeah, I think he has. He's also a manager that told one of his top strikers, "I don't need you in my team."
Yeah,
And we know what happened at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah.
He went
With,
back to his
with
he went back
Conte,
to his holders. Yeah,
yeah,
go
with,
ahead.
with Conte is this man. Conte is one manager as well. We all saw what he did with. He's not scared to come outside and say his mind. He will say it straight. You
Yeah,
know, we saw what he did at Tottenham. People want to
yeah,
talk about no man, he just want to sack himself. No, these are managers that have been able to build reputations. Like every club he has gone to, he has won trophies. Same for Mourinho. And if a manager like Conte came outside and say Mourinho is a manager that have won trophy anywhere he goes, the only place he's done with title is here, being Tottenham. He says his mind. And even before he signed the contract, that was when he said he does not want anything to do with Osimhen. Say whatever I want to say about Lukaku, but somehow, he does a manager that knows how to bring the best out of Lukaku is Antonio Conte. Go and watch his days at Inter Milan. Antonio Conte was also the reason why Chelsea splashed out 98 million on Lukaku, buying him again. Was Antonio Conte. He knows how to bring out the best in him. We saw the last game. They were
yeah,
losing. He brought him in the space of 2 minutes on discussion already. So he said it. I don't want him. I want this guy. Before he got the job, and when he even got the job, people were still thinking or believing that okay, no, because there's a possibility of
yeah,
Osimhen not getting the transfer. Probably he will include him in his team. He said
yeah,
no. He said he's not going to train. He's not going to do anything with the team. So sometimes you see what you want to say, you stick by it. If it work, it work. If it does not work, you also take the consequences.
so
But
yeah,
they have stamped his future. I don't want him. Let him go. This is who I want. And they went and
yeah.
got him who they want. And he's working so far. So that's Antonio
It
Conte for
is.
you, man.
It's absolutely working for Conte. It's working for him, and he's seated there on the log at sixth position, maybe sixth or fifth position, with 6 points in his
It will
last
be
three games. I
interesting, man.
think, yeah, it will be interesting. So, I think it's going to be a very interesting weekend in the Italian Serie A. We'll see who's going to drop points and who's going to move or stretch the lead. Well, you expect that Inter away to Monza they should be able to get something out of there because they have their top striker, their captain is firing from us in the Lautaro
That's
Martinez.
yes.
Yeah,
And wait. If you want to talk about AC Monza are one team, but I don't really understand that team. AC Monza team where you think they should get a point for, they won't get point from there.
yeah,
But teams like Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, Napoli, don't sleep on AC Monster. I don't know how they do it, man. I don't think they lost other games to the top four last season.
no, they
I don't
didn't. In
think.
short, 2 seasons ago, when they came up, they beat Juventus home and away. They beat
Yeah.
Juventus home and away.
So that AC Monster. Some I don't just put it past them, but Inter Milan yet again. Under Philip, is he Semyon Inzaghi?
Yeah.
they've also been doing extremely well
Philip
in
Inzaghi,
the
yeah.
English
Okay, Simeon Inzaghi,
Premier
sorry.
League as well.
Yeah.
So uh, they might still I still believe they can get a win, man. I still believe they get a win.
Okay.
Just that
Okay.
Easy
So
Monster, not just a team you're like, okay, no, they'll beat Easy Monster easily. I don't think so. But I believe they'll get a win.
okay, let's move on from Italian Serie A to the last league that we'll look at this evening, which is the German Bundesliga. Now, if you look at
Mhm.
the German Bundesliga last season, you had the runaway champion that came in and won the league unbeaten for the
Sabi
first
Alonso.
for the first time in the history. You had the runaway champion. Okay, there's a match going on in the German Bundesliga currently now as we speak.
I think it's Dortmund.
Uh, Dortmund are winning 3-1 against is it? Let me see.
Yeah, Enderman.
Hendenite, yes. One of those new boys that came in. So Dortmund are
They
winning
came in.
3-1.
They came in last season,
They came in last
and
season from there.
those guys are also they like the
Yeah.
Enzy Monster we're
So
talking about now.
Delon Mali, 11 minutes, he opened the scoring. Karim Adeyemi has scored as well. 2 goals for him, 17 and 14 minutes. So
Wow.
and Marvin Picker Jones 39 minutes. So all the goals were scored in the first half. So let's see if all the 4 goals were scored in the first half. So we are in the second half and we have just played 37 minutes in that second half. So let's see how Dortmund will fare in that match. But I
Mhm.
look at we look when we look at the German Bundesliga, we see Dortmund sitting pretty at the top, followed
Mhm.
by the team they are playing now as we speak. We are just
Yeah.
in match day 2. We are just in week 2 of the German Bundesliga. Then
Mhm.
Bayern also 2 wins out of 2. I think Bayern should go top tomorrow, hopefully
If they
when they
win.
play. Okay, so if Dortmund wins today's match, they should be on top because I think their last match was a draw. Their last match was a draw, and let's
Mhm.
see. But the Heidenheim have two wins in 2 matches, so they have 6 points. That's why they're sitting second place.
They're a good side.
You
They're a
have
good side.
yeah, they're good
They're a
side. You
good
have
side.
RB Leipzig, Union Berlin. You have Mönchengladbach. Well, I've not seen Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen, they won their first game, lost their second game,
Mm.
and they will be playing Hoffenheim tomorrow. A very difficult match and a very difficult place to go to as well. But
Offenheim.
this is what it is. They have to go out there and and play this game. They have to all go out there and play this game. So I look at the German Bundesliga, and now the unbeaten run has been broken. So what
Mhm.
is next for Bayern Leverkusen now?
Well, one thing about you know Bayer Leverkusen is this, man. They are a young squad, and I'm sure that people just need to understand that they are a young squad, and they don't have so many players like that.
Yeah,
The only reason why the manager was able to do something last season was probably because the manager is he has played under some great coaches, you know,
yeah.
played under Pep, played under Ancelotti, played under Mourinho. Combine all these
So
guys.
you
So
understand adversity you understand
yeah,
adversity as a
yeah.
manager.
So
So
so so, so that's why he was able to get results, not because of like the squad depth is just few, and yet again, when you look at how many trophies they fought for last season, you can say it's also telling on the players as well
yeah, he
because we have
did.
seen it before.
Especially when you watch the final, when you watch the finals of the
Yeah,
Europa Cup,
yeah,
the
yeah. It played a lot.
Look, Haruna
Yeah,
Lukman Haruna
yeah, yeah.
Lukman scored a hat trick. You can see that it took the toll of the club itself.
He
It
did.
took the
He
toll of
did
the club.
because we have seen it before. Liverpool before last season, there was a season where they went for quadruple. The following season, what happened? They fell down
Flat.
flat.
Yeah,
So sometimes all these too many games and everything, and don't forget, in between all these games, they are still going to represent their country in competitions.
yeah.
So, but I still believe that this season, they are still going to play good football. They're still going to be. I still see them being top four as well.
Yeah.
But I don't really see them winning the league. I think Bayern Munich with
You still win the league.
Christian's company should win the league. But I'm not writing them out anyway. I'm not just saying there's no possibility. I believe they can do it. They've done it before. They can do it.
You can do
But
it
so that
again.
there are too many games to be played, and the squad is young and also very
Thin.
small,
Yeah.
thin.
Very
That's the
thin.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing more, nothing less. Timber Banks. So let's look at, okay. So what do you expect over the weekend? Finally, what do you expect over the weekend across these leagues, these four leagues we have just talked about, from England
Oh,
to the
yeah,
German Bundesliga, from Premier League to German Bundesliga? Just in 1 minute, please.
yeah. In 1 minute, all I would say is this: I'm expecting good football. I'm expecting an upset. I wouldn't mind anywhere it comes from, as long as it does not come from Real Madrid, though. Please. I don't come from Real Madrid, so it's fine if you come from Barcelona. It's sharp. If you come from
Yeah,
Man City, it's also sharp because yes, I know I said Man City will just sweep past Brentford.
yeah.
Brentford have beaten them before. They can still do it again. Arsenal, I said Arsenal going to do. I believe Arsenal going to lose, but yet again that Man U match. I don't like 12:30 football. Whenever it's 12:30, anything that plays that 12:30 struggles. They struggles. Like I've seen, they struggle.
Yeah.
But yet again, Tenak needs this. He needs it. He
He
needs
needs the
this.
win. He needs the
He
win.
needs it. He needs it. And both teams also needs the win. So for me, like I said on Mark Show, I said I've been jinxing. I've been saying United will win, and they end up losing. So this time around, I went the other way. I said Southampton to win. So, but I expect us to enjoy the weekend with quality football, no doubt, both in the German league, everywhere, quality football. And another match you usually think about, Fulham versus West Ham is going to be a
Yeah.
very, very tough
Another
game as
London
well.
derby I talked about. I think
Yeah, yeah,
I think, but you expect
Fulham,
West Ham to win that.
yeah,
You expect West
yeah.
Ham because West Ham has
Convince
quality in that team.
they have
But
quality as well.
Don't write Fulham off, because Fulham
Yeah, yeah.
can they also have quality. Have a good
Yeah,
manager as
they
well
miss,
in the
yeah,
like
they miss
in
some
the likes of
signings.
Silva as well. Okay.
They miss some signings.
I think it's gonna be, for me on my side, it's gonna be a wonderful weekend of football. But I think that there's gonna be an upset, and the reason why there's gonna be an upset somewhere is that we are just coming back from the international break. It's very, very tricky, guys. It's
True, true.
very, very tricky when you are coming back from international break. A
Yeah,
whole lot
true.
of mix left, right, center. So that is what where we are now with regards to
Mm-hmm.
that. A whole lot of mix left, right, center. So
So
Tia
nothing
Banks,
about it.
thank you so much for being part of the show today. I've had a
Big up to you, big
wonderful,
up to you.
yeah, I've had a wonderful 53 minutes with you on the show. And I know
Big up,
whenever I
big up.
call on you on this show, you always come
Always,
answering,
always feel
always,
free.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
big up to you.
So thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for being
having
part
me.
of the show. Thank you, thank you.
Big ups to you, big
So
ups to you,
hello
big
guys,
ups to you.
so tomorrow I will do my first watch along tomorrow. First watch along, Man United versus Man United versus uh, Southampton at away. So that will be my first watch along. So kindly join me in that with that on that watch along by 12 o'clock. We'll start our coverage by 12 o'clock, then take it to that. Then we'll have the 3 p.m. The 3 o'clock kickoff as well. The 3 o'clock kickoff, that's another show again. So join me on that watch along again on the 3 o'clock kickoff. So it's gonna be a very wonderful day, wonderful, exciting moment. So let's see what's gonna happen. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you for your patience with me as well. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and also thank you for participating in the poll as well. I think for the poll, or the poll, I think people did like the page for some of us that were here live. So thank you so much for liking the page. So I'll see you whenever by tomorrow also, but I'll see you by tomorrow. So thank you so much.